Ta-da! Okay, I gotta get set up. There's nothing going on. It's damn near 3 o'clock in the morning, but I got some mail, and I've been meaning to go through it. Honestly, let's see. There's part one. Is there another part? I think that's all of it. Okay, good. Yeah, man, we were up for 3 hours talking about one coin just now. All right, what do we got? There's the home. Okay, this goes. We got a new game figured out. That needs some work. We can move this over just a. There, we got a studio. All right, let's see, because we got some stuff from Jeff Stanley coming in. Okay, who's here? Dave's not here, man. Did you ever see Cheech and Chong? What's it? Oh, look, we got channel stickers. It's the package. Just you can pour it out here. Come on. Why can't I get the stuff out easy? What's in there? And we got some new packing material. We'll keep that. Okay, there's another stuff over here. Good Lord, the stuff. There's another pack. I didn't even open this one. What's this? What do you suppose that is? It's a big package. Oh, look, there's all kinds of. Look at this. So this is all stuff for the big show. The big show. If you have not watched the big show, you are missing out. There we go. Okay, good. That's got those. What you got? And we can talk about coins here. Oh, what's this stuff? He does his little flips differently. He's got information. I just have a picture of me. Well, not really me. A picture of Abe Lincoln. That's like my style flip. It gets me by. He gets rather involved. We got a Jefferson nickel. It's a brand new 2009 with a die gouge. Composition copper nickel. There's mintage in there. Got a long die dent gouge over Monticello, southwest northeast. And there it is. Let's have a look at that. Where's that little, here's one. Yep. So I carved up that pork, finally. Okay, I've carved up one of them. I got to carve up another one. Come here, you. I made a couple of sandwiches. Oh, man, they were so good. I probably should take a nap soon. But I got coins to look at. Where is it? Here it is. And he's got a die gouge, southwest, northeast. Well, that's awful wobbly. And it's above. Where is it? Oh, okay, right there. I see it. He's got these images on it. Look at this. If you can't see it, he'll show it to you. He points it right out what this thing is. Okay, let's see. Scope. Man, we should be able to see it. I'm going to need a toothpick. Here's one. How can I not be ready? All I do is coins on the desk. That's all I do. I get up in the morning, I drink coffee, I look at coins, and I'm still not ready. All right, what are we looking at? We're looking at this sort of thing, kind of a, where are you? Right there. Starts down here. Let's try to explain what we're seeing. And silver nitrate. There, now we can see it kind of raised up. That's a die gouge, all right. Kind of starts a little bit up here. All right, what have we got here? Is it a gouge? Is it a gouge that's specifically caused? Okay, but it seems to be in the devices. Oh, I got a pointer here. Let me see if I can pull that up. There it is. And let's shrink that. Can I make it longer and skinnier? No, I can only keep the aspects the same. Okay, there, we got a gouge. Starts down here. You see it going into the steps, but it doesn't distort the raised parts of the steps. You can kind of sort of see it hidden behind in there, which is raising up the field in between the steps. And you see it here. It gets pretty substantial. And above there, now this is odd because this part, this facade over the what do you call those? The pillars over the columns. This is raised. So you got a gouge in a raised part of the device. So this is not only at the level of the field, but it goes into the devices. Okay, here again, this is probably low relief, right? But it's definitely higher than some other points here. Goes into the window, comes out here. This is definitely field. All right. How do you tell what the hell caused this? If it was a feeder finger, I would not expect to see it on the raised bits, on the raised devices, such as here. And here especially, this is the big tell. What are you saying? And it's Liston, Jared O. D. Reese. Okay, Jared O. and D. Reese. And Hobbies, Vern, and Bad Boy. Hi, everybody. Okay, feeder fingers typically start up here in the northeast, right, and head in the, no, this is the northwest, and head in a southeasterly direction. And they'll typically be stronger towards the rim, right, because the feeder finger kind of feeds it in, and this is the first point of contact. But here, the starting point is, it's up here in the field. It goes through the devices, is seen on raised parts of the devices, and then, trails off. So this is not consistent with a feeder finger, but it's definitely raised, so it's a gouge on the die. I can't explain it with a feeder finger, though. Okay, there's one for the books. I'll have to record that, and that'll be like, 1919p die gouge number, I don't know, 1 or 2. I don't know if I have one in there already. Yeah. This is the kind of shit we hunt for. Just, that's funny. You get these coins and not quite the same, right? People go through and say, have you got a list of things to look for? There is so much stuff to look for. Just look for anything out of the ordinary. What you got here? So what we're doing is sort of record more of this stuff. So many of these attributors that they carry, they talk about double die, reverse, obverse, RPMs. We do, we go a bit further. Okay, he's got a Littleton. See the Littleton logo? Yeah, Littleton is a coin company in New Hampshire. I think it's in Littleton, New Hampshire. And they have an aggressive marketing strategy. You get on their mailing list, and they're going to send you coins every few weeks. And if you like them, you pay for them. If you don't like them, you send them back. Wait a minute. Who pays the shipping to send them back? You. What the hell? Now, typically, they're going to give you common dates, lots of modern coins, things that cost, a nickel, and they want to sell it to you for 75 cents or $1 or whatever it is. That's not the button I want. We'll go back home. Okay. And yeah, you can put together a decent collection, but they're typically not the highest grade. They probably just open up a bunch of rolls and said, put them in the cello, and move them out the door. Here you got an uncirculated 60 is the grade. Well, it's going to be at least that grade. And this number here, this is not the price. This is their item number. 6013 is the Lincoln 2009 Philly log cabin. And that 0.60, that's the grade. Yeah. Well, I don't care much for Littleton. I think they're terrifically overpriced for what you get. But they don't often hunt for varieties. So why don't we just get a look in this coin and see what the hell we can get. See if we can find something. The Impossible Whopper's here. Good morning. Paula's here. Coin Dragon. Not a gas bubble. It doesn't have the consistent shape of a gas bubble. Also, there's no zinc in that coin, which would, kind of be consistent with a zinc bubble. So I'm left with the idea of an occluded gas bubble. But that doesn't show the, where'd it go? Yeah, we're still back on the nickel with Liston here. We're not looking at typical features of an occluded gas bubble, which is usually a, round. This is, goes across a third of the face of the coin. So that's consistent with a die gouge. But not a gas bubble. Cheapskate's here. Good thing. There we go. Cheapskate's got a show when Monday nights. Got an auction going most days. These, I get this one all the time. Hey man, what are these die chips up at the roof? Then I got to explain construction to them. Those are actually the beams that support the damn roof. Okay, don't worry about a thing. These aren't really built the way they build them now. Okay, on these, one thing to keep an eye out for is right in the center. You got these ends of the logs. You ever put together Lincoln logs? Okay, you're looking for some extra circles nearby. I want to get in and look at that one. Yeah, these old log cabins, they got lots of these double dies, but they are really, really minor. And I'm thinking I want to look this one up. I want to see if this is yeah, we'll go into the scope on it. Okay, stand by. I can't see a damn thing. So we got one spot where it seems to be a little deviant. So I'm going to compare this design to more examples, which I happen to have, because one of these looks a little funny. And I'm going to say this one right here. This looks a little funny to me. I want to give that more attention. Is it that the one or is the next one down? Alright, I'll compare these with what's known and give that a hard look. I got another scope, but this thing's inside the plastic. It's going to make it real hard. Alright, oh, may as well look at the front too. This looks normal. Oh, bow tie looks normal. And might want to do something with the ear wax in there. That looks normal. The RTY, how do you look? Normal. How about up here? Nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay, and that one wants more attention, but I'm not really set up right now to give it more attention. I'll stick to memorials. These things are blinding, these modern pennies. It's the plating. It has a different reflectivity than the old copper coins that were an alloy. These are plated, and they're just horrifically blinding. So we got 2009D, same darn thing. Oh, good. Now I can compare this piece to the one we just looked at. That's the right part. Yep, there's the fireplace. All right, we're going to count them from top to bottom. All right, let's zoom out. How do you know when you find something that's different compared to a known example? All right, so there we got two of these with the same reverse design, both log cabin. This is number 2. That's the D. This is number 1. It's totally upside down. Let's get that out of the. I had to take these out of the plastic. Ideally, what you can do is take photos and then, blink from one to the other, to the, back and forth. I want to compare this little bit here and this little bit here. Okay, let's do it. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, is that a contact mark or is that something else? Look at number 7 on this other one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get a little bit of a smudgy looking thing on there. There's the corner of the window. Let's zoom in. And there's the corner of the window. And this is the one I want to look at right there in front of the arrow. Stop moving. That is awfully bright. You see how these are, they're round. They're looking good and round. Particularly distended. Whereas the P, there's my window, has extra bits, especially that one above, which is number 9, and number 7 here. All right, that's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, let's keep looking at that. There it is. Okay, where's the window? Where's that window? Right there. So right in here, that's what I want to compare that to. Yeah, I'll be taking multiple pictures and then put one up beside the other. Where's the window? Right there? Yeah, definitely different, but I can't tell looking through the plastic with these eyes this late at night what's going on. So I'm going to set those aside and look at them when I'm a little fresher. What you got here? Ooh, another Jefferson. Looks like it's got a die chip on the side. And he calls it, you ready? Suspicious die chip. Take a leak off the side porch. Oh man, that's a dirty one. Gosh. Would you just look at it? Those upside down errors are pretty common. I get them all the time, man. Let's see what we got here. We got a die chip over here. Oh, it's the dirty nickel. Yeah, huh? All right. That's a great place to find die chips, right on the side of these nickels. Let's look at the other side. Do you write anything else down or record anything else? It's the only thing written on there. No matter. We'll have a look anyway. Look at all those stairs. Don't you wish you had those on your 50s? All right, but there, that's kind of a prominent die chip. Now it looks like it's taken a little bit of a hit. It's kind of flat on the bottom of the what do we call that? The head. That looks like it's taken a little bit of a hit, but it's going to be hard to ignore the rest of that. That's definitely a prominent chip. What do they call them? Beehives or hornet's nests? All kinds of vernacular names for these. And what's going on down here? I believe that could be a second chip. Might be a little bit of doo-doo. I got some blackness up here, and that suggests there's something on the coin. Yeah, that's falling off. Good. A little bit of stuff there, God knows what. Let's clean off my toothpick, and let's touch that. Does that move? Not easily. It looks like, oh, there, it's gone. Is that lint? Dude, it's a 1/10 of a millimeter in size. There, that's out of here. All right, nothing wrong with the bottom. There it is, die chip. That one gets recorded, if it's not already recorded. It's a doodle-doo. A doodle bug. All right, what's next? Okay, he says it is unfocusable. Why can't you ever focus? Why is there no place it will focus? If I get big enough, it'll have to focus. There it is, early die states, some markers present for a WDDR number 17. 17. All right, let's look at it. So this one's listed by Wexler. Brian Ribar. Brian's Nichols takes care of all of Wexler's listings for Nichols. Oh, we were looking at this on video. We get together, a bunch of us. We just look at coins. Like we do the live stream, but we don't go public with it. Sorry, you're not invited. This is just a bunch of, coin freaks that do this. There it is. This is a doubled die right here. It's a class 9. Any other evidence of it? Let's look around. Look up, and look around. Look, I can rap music. Yeah, that's the only spot I think we're gonna see it. Yeah, you get these extra bits of metal on the Jeffersons, you get them on the dimes, you get them on the quarters, you get a lot of them on the pennies because it makes so darn many pennies. And it's a class 9 double die. Well, good. We got to take pictures for the database anyway. Dr. Shea, he's making substantial progress. And this is another one. How many of the other one? How many we got? 1, 2. We got 3 of these. 3 of them. At least 3 of them. Here's a quarter. What's this one? 1/10 guilders. You don't see those every day. Okay, this is simply another of the same darn thing. So what you saw before, which is that one, we're going to see it again right here. Same damn thing. Right there above the door. Okay, now here's an example. We can try to show off some die markers. This is the same bit of extra metal right here above the door. I'm going to pull out that other one. So if you get into it, if you want to really diagnose these things, you want to get into the die markers as well. A Gilda Radner, no, it's a, where are you? It's a 1/10 Gilda Radner. That's Gilda Radner right here. Yeah, she married Willy Wonka. That's a 19, that's silver. Just a little thing. Look at, like that, where's a dime? Give me a dime. Here's one. Let's put a dime up there. I'm going to guess this is analogous to a dime in the U.S. Similar in size, a little smaller. Of course, in the Netherlands, it's really cold, so the people are smaller. You know, they can't grow because of the cold. So they use smaller coins. No, I'm not making this up. All right, let's get back to this. So you got 2 coins right here in front of me, right here under the scope. I got this one over here. Where are you? And I'm showing that extra bit of metal above the doorway. There. And I got this other coin over here. So, oh no, so over on this side. See, there it is. With the exact same bit of extra metal over the doorway. So now I want to look for die markers to, you know, really confirm this thing. It's one thing to look at my ID and look at my picture, right? You got my driver's license, but you also want to look at the number on the driver's license, because that's, you know, that's one more step to confirm my identity and the license. So we got little fingerprints is what we're going to see on this thing. So let's go around this coin on the right and look for things that might show up on another coin, you know, that's equally sharp. How about that little die chip right there? That's the upwards dildo thing. Okay, there. Let's look and see if we have the same die chip on the other coin. Here, let's see. You ready? You ready? You want to put money on this one? There it is. There it is. That would be used as a die marker for this doubled die. So if you got this bit here and you got that bit there, this kind of confirms it. Here's your photo on the ID, is right up here. And here's the number on your driver's license that says this is the same darn die, produced both of these coins. Let's keep going around, see if we can find another marker. Let's see. But these, you got to consider them kind of organic, these dies. They have a life cycle to them. They start off, they're nice and sharp. Let's see, what about above that U? That's a little knock, I think. Let's look at it. Yeah, that's just a little knock. And over time, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna wear. They're gonna get little wear marks. Ooh, there's a nasty little doo-doo thing. What's that? No, that's just wear. and you get polishing marks on them. You'll get little dings that will happen to the die, like a little chip will pop out of it, or it'll be you know, take on a die gouge somewhere. Or a great one to look for is the die wear. There you go. You're going to see some of this right here under the letters. This is a little bit of die deterioration. That's right down there at the field, real tiny. But let's see if we can see this same bit of die wear over on the other coin. That's on the Essence States. And if it hasn't appeared yet, we can probably go with the idea that this is an earlier die stage, right? Hasn't quite worn out to the same degree. It looks like I got some die deterioration. So this one was made first, or at least earlier. Let's look at the other sides. So these are the fingerprints you're going to see on the die. Okay, here's one of them. This is the later stage. So we're going to see anything on the obverse. What about that right there? That look like a die chip to you? Right there. Let's have a look. The hell, I can't even find it. Where was it? In the hair. Okay, there's the outermost point. No, that is not a die chip. That's a contact mark. Keep on looking. Okay, let's look at the date. Where's the date? That's a great spot to look at. Anything abnormal or out of place or different? We're looking for little lines, little polishing lines. We're looking for little gouges. You get them a lot around the edge of the coin. Let's see if we can find another little marker. Sometimes they clash. They get you want to polish them up. Okay, let's see if we can see that one. Okay, there. Oh, that's the wrong button. Give me this arrow. I'm going to click on the arrow, but I got 37 things in the window here. Okay, here I've got a little, looks like a little line, little polishing mark perhaps. Let's see if we can find that. Another one perhaps here. Let's see if we can find that on the other coin. Here's the other coin. Oh, wow, it's not really showing up. Okay. Skip that one. Keep looking. Sometimes it's really difficult to find die markers. And then you look at all these attributors, and sometimes one person, say copper coins, will list some die markers, but Wexler will list other die markers. And well, you think you have the same one, but you can't match up the die markers that you see with copper coins because your coin is worn in that spot, and the only thing you can see, Wexler doesn't show. It gets hard, man. Best you can do is just set it aside and get back to it later. It really, if you need to identify the die stage, that's kind of a higher level. Just being able to identify the darn variety is good enough. Crafty Dragon's here. Patrick Sin. Dave's not here, man. There we go. So we got a couple of examples of those. What you got here? We got a bunch of quarters and stuff. What you got? Okay, we got mint packaging. Looks like you spent $4.50 on them. Let's see, what's the date? I don't know, but these are satiny. These are satins, so I'm going to tell you the date is between 2005 and 2010. It's 2007s. There we got the dead. This is like the only coin ever made with a dead animal on it. That Montana quarter. You don't have the whole animal. All you got is his bones. There it is. You got a skull. Huh? That's really peculiar. They're going to do these state quarters, and they had competitions in the states to come up with a design. And Well, this guy has a live fish. This guy has a live bird. This guy has a live but flat horse. What you got? Nothing here living? A couple of trains. All right. And over here we have the carcass of a caribou or some darn thing. Well, okay, man, whatever you like. You know, back in Maine in what, 83, maybe earlier. I don't know, so long ago. Maine got their new license plates. They used to be just yellow and said Maine vacation land, and they got these new ones. Maybe they were white, but the new ones, they got a lobster right in the middle of the license plate. You know, bright red lobster, and that was a neat thing because Maine, you know, you get the Maine lobsters, and they're delicious, right? They really are, but they're only red after you cook them. So we got a dead lobster on our license plate because, you know, before you cook them, they're blue and black and, you know, green spots and stuff. But you cook them and they turn bright red. One of them funny things. So that was a big running joke and probably still is. We got a dead animal on our license plate, a dead bug. Well, it is an arthropod, so I guess you could call it a bug. Okay, the Satins were produced for the mint set starting in 2005. And you see they have a, what is that? I got to stop slobbering on this. I'll talk in this direction. Let me move this aside. Okay, because the Mint wanted to come up with, you know, a better product than that crap they've been hustling for the previous 30, 40 years. So they said, hey, let's put a special finish on there. And if you look at, say, the Eagles, right? They have this satiny finish on their business strikes. Uh, well, they're not really business strikes. They're not made for circulation, but they're non-proof issues. They have this satiny finish across the entire coin. They say, hey man, we can do that for mint set coins. Okay, so they prepared the dies, right? And they gave it a wonderful finish here. And they prepared the planchets by burnishing them. You know, they throw them in a big bin with a whole bunch of steel balls and roll them and roll them and roll them, rough and tumble. And they produce these. These are the Satins. They have a wonderful appearance. They scatter the light. I think it's a great way for a coin to look, really. They're elegant. They're not blinding like those pennies. These are the Satins. And they use the Satin designs from 2005 through 2010. Okay, so check this out. Because of their limited time frame, you got the nickels, right? Remember the 2004 nickels has got what? The bison and the handshake and the keelboat and then the ocean of view. Only half of those are available in satin because they didn't do satins in 04. Okay. Then you fast forward to the quarters, right? Because they did the state quarters and the territories through 2009, but in 2010 they switched over to the America the Beautiful quarters and then killed the satin program. So you know, if you want to have a complete set of the America the Beautifuls, you got to have those 5 that are satins, and there's only 5. You can't put together a complete set of satins in America the Beautifuls. They can't do it on the states either because they started in 04. You can't get a complete set. Then in 09, they took the pennies that are in the satin sets, and also the pennies that were produced for proofs, and they made those because it was 200 years after Lincoln's birth. They did those in their original recipe, right? 95% copper, 3% zinc, and 2% tin. And they haven't run that recipe since 62. You know, 63 and on, they took the tin out. And then at 82, they switched it to the Zinkins. Well, let me tell you, these satins, they're good looking pieces. They were not handled as well as the proofs. They're going to be, you know, they're going to have marks on them. There you go. You got some couple of little marks there. Getting MS70s is difficult. There are very few of those. 69s are a bit more common. You can get MS69s or SP69s that are certified, you know, for 15 to 30 bucks, depending on the particular date. but the mintage on these is incredibly low. I keep talking about these satins, right? How many times you hear the people say, "Do you save those 2009 pennies because they're rare?" No, they made hundreds of millions of the damn things. That's nothing to do with rare. What about the 2009 nickels? They're rare. They're low mintage. No, 30 or 40 million is not low mintage. What we got here? Okay, we got more of that set. But on the satins, let me look this one up. 2007. I'm going to need, let's see, this button. I think that's the right thing. Okay, let's see if we can see the page. Here's a screen. Let's roll this over. Okay, and on the satins, what you got here? Let's go all the way over here, because I got population rank. We'll look at the pennies because it should be easy to see. There's half cents. Oh, wait. It's the bottom button I need. Okay, there's half cents, Flying Eagles, Lincolns. We'll look at Lincolns. Because on the satins, the mintage is all the same except for the nickels. They really frigged up these satins, I tell you. Okay, 2005, they started out, they made 1.16 million sets, right? But in 2005, they also made satins for the Westward Journey nickel sets, and I cannot get a count on those. The Mint has no idea how many they made or sold. And whoever you talk to doesn't know who to talk to get the real number on how many of those Bisons and Ocean and Views were included in those Westward Journey nickel sets. They got no idea. Seriously, whoever was working there at the time, I think retired, and he took that information. I think he died like the next year and took that information to the grave with him. But I may never know, because they stopped talking to me since I broke the story about the W quarters. All I get is returned email. Anyway, everything else except for the nickels in 2005 was produced 1.16 million, which is starting to get low. Below a million, you can start to say it's pretty low mintage. Okay, 2006, here we go. The Satins, 847,000. Right, 07 was a little bit higher. Where's 07? Right there, 895. And then it dropped off because they've been putting out just a shoddy product for 40 years, and people have been, saying to hell with this. Why are we buying a product that's worth less every fucking time we buy it? Reconnection successful. Let me check with. Geez, they're going apeshit over these W quarters, and they got 2 million mintage there, and they're paying, $20 for the darn things. Well, here's some coins that are low mintage, modern rarities, I guess you could call them, and you can get them for $1. What the hell? Why not grab up some of these? I got a bunch around here. That's the story of the satins. And here we got a satin nickel. See there, look at the way the light bounces off of that. And let me compare that one. I got that. Whoa, don't drop it. Okay. I got a 2009. I'll put it right beside that one. See the way the light just, gets bright? That's your business strike. And this is an uncirculated piece. Well, maybe lightly circulated, I'd say. Whereas the satin doesn't quite, bounce that light up. It scatters the light. It makes them really photogenic, honestly. I think this is how a collector coin should look. If you're going to do mint sets, they ought to be decent at least. But they really dropped the ball in the way they handled these. Yeah, I got nothing good to say about the mint most days. Okay. So how many satins are there for pennies? There's like 20. Because in 2009, you got the P and the D, all four. So you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 6 years, 2 per year, but in 09 you have 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah. 6. Let's do 5 times 2 is 10. And then you got 8 more. 18 satin pennies. And they look like this. They're good looking pieces. I gotta say that. It's what a coin should look like. It's why they use them on the eagles. A lot of the modern commemoratives have this satin finish to them. They're delightful. You never get any zinc blisters on these things. Okay, let's set my screen back up. I can catch up with chat. You going to bed, Jared? I try to be more entertaining at 3 in the morning, but coins are kind of a quiet thing anyway. There's a little bit of excitement, but you really got to be into it to experience that excitement. Okay, what else we got here? Heck, the American Innovation Dollar Series is only like 800K mintage each year, and it's going to be another 40 years before they become collectible. They are plain, uninteresting things. The obverse, I call it the innovation planchet. I'm unimpressed with those innovation dollars. It'll be a long time before collector interest evolves on those. Oh, we got a die clash on this one. Right below the ELL. Let me find my arrow. So right here, you got some double dies in and around the ELL, but also you have some die clashes you have to be aware of. So now you'll be able to tell the difference. Let's get this out of the way. And if we get the light on that just right, because it's inside a flip right now. There you go. Well, you do an overlay, and you can determine which one's a double the die and which one is a clash. But this is part of the back of Washington's hair or some damn thing, and you'll see that in the same place every time. Okay. Okay, this is the edge of another reeded coin. Probably a quarter that impacted this one. That's close up. What kind of computer are you using? Big black one that Hidden built. It's got like 4 cores, if that means anything. An NVIDIA card. It's got a CD on the side. I think is the directions. It's black. It's got a button on it. That's as much as I can tell you, baby. What you got here? That might be a little die crack coming off the nape of the bust. Yeah, it is. Pretty tiny. That's a common place to find those. Ta-da! Yeah, that's a peach. Okay, we got this thing. What is it? It's a 1/10 of a guilder. You got the old lady here. Honestly, this looks like an Italian grandma. You know, have you seen the pasta commercials where they're making like a fagioli or some damn thing? Here, look at this. Let me get rid of this. Okay, there. Mamma mia! That's a spicy meatball! And she's the one who made the meatball. Well, actually, the Queen of the Netherlands, I guess, is a hell of a cook. There she is. No, that's not her. Okay, 1/10. Gilda. We better look at this real close. Yeah, folks are getting into the foreigns and they're checking those out for double dies. Because if you want to find new discoveries, foreigns, a lot of them are uninspected. They're undocumented. Is that a fish? And you can find them and be the first kid on your block with an attributed die variety. This looks pretty normal. What's going on in that rim? Little garbled up there. There, good. We'll put that in a big show. A little piece of silver. I don't know what percent silver it is. Zombie eyes. I would have to check my pants after seeing that in that particular spot. Yeah, just in case you dropped it in your excitement. Okay, let's go back. What we got here? We got another. Oh, it's another 17, or I picked up the same damn one again. Okay, there it is. Die chip or die doubled just below the doorway, and we should have a little crack. A little die chip. Yep, right over there on the right side. There, we got 3 of those. What's this one? That's a double die number 8. This one. And markers are present. WDDR8. Aha, in a different position. Nope, stop. I got too much stuff on my desk here. Just one moment, please. I got to make these in a way that they're not going to fly around. Because I get so excited. My hands get to waving when I'm talking. And all I do is just knock. The cat doesn't knock stuff off the desk as much as I do. There, right here in this corner. That's what you're looking at. That's your double die. And then we're looking for markers. And he's got something marked down here, which I believe is this little crack. This is consistent with the die crack. Great marker for that. Yep. Chips and cracks don't always bring much of a premium. Sometimes they do, but not all the time. They're often really minor, really small, little things, and not eye-catching. However, they are beautiful to use as a die marker. So you're able to confirm identification. 2019P. Where's his nose? Let's check that. Normal nose. And we'll look at a couple of letters here. Yeah, these are normal looking. Yep, that's it. So here's his little picture. And that points to the upper right corner of the doorway. And where'd he go? And that's exactly what we see here. The upper right corner of the doorway. That's it. That's Wexler number 8. How do we get it back in? Aha, it's bent the other way. There it is. Then, what else we got here? We got Jeff Stanley stickers, Jeff Stanley coins and octane. Tum-ta-dum. A whole bunch of them. Look, if you have channel stickers, why not send them in and we'll put them in the big show? You know, we promote your channel by putting your sticker in the big show. The people like it, and you get a little yuck it up. What you got here? Feeder finger scratches. And he shows you, let's see, something besides something kind of ribbish. Well, let's find him. That's not what I want. Stand by. I just buried the mouse with all these coins. All right, zoom up. Go to scope. There's the scope, and let's find some feeder finger marks. Do 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 do. Let's get that out of the way. See anything yet? Right in there. These are early feeder finger marks. Okay, they usually start up here in the northwest. But here, we're kind of northwest. We're starting to see some feeder finger lines here. Right, and they're in the field. They don't go into the depth of the design because the feeder fingers are, well, let's say they're flat and square, right? They don't dip up and down. They just go in one single direction. But they'll go across a depression in the die and then show up on the other side. and carry through. See a little bit defilade here? It kind of skips over this deepest part, reappears on the field section. Yeah, that's what a feeder finger line is like. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, let's look at that and check out the L. Ellington looks right and tight. Get a little mark on the top of it there. Well, no matter. What's that, a little dust? No, that's a contact mark. Okay, we got a dime. Then he's got some new stickers, it looks like. What you got here? Numismatist. An insane person who pays money for other pieces of money. Uh-huh. Yeah, put that on the front of your coin book. Okay, there's one package. Let's see what the next one is. You off to bed, sheep? Oh, look, we got nickels and nickels. Uh-huh. I can't see that. Can you see that? Where is it? There it is. Okay, it's a 2000 something. Let's get in there and see. (2019). Is it 2019? And it looks like a D under there. Can we see it? No. I have to bust them open. Here we go. 2019 D. Okay, good. Whole damn roll of them. These are unsearched. So we got a chance of finding some double dies in here, and this is the spot to look, is right in around this doorway. And don't forget to check for chips, which we won't see here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to guess the other roll is the same. Yeah. Brand spanking new. Oh my God, look at this stuff. Then we got more stuff. And more. Excuse me. And more. Is that it? Oh God, that's it. Let's put some stuff away so we can clean up the desk here. And we'll keep on going here. Good. Put these away. We looked at these. I'm going to leave those 2 pennies out. Put away the nickels. What's this? The dime. What's wrong with the dime? It's a 1964 AU-50. Huh. Oop, there. See, I cover up the mouse cord. I can't move the mouse. Okay. Scope. Let's look at that. It's a 1964. All right, but ooh, does that look like a pointed 6 or a blunt 6? That's a blunt 6. Nobody cares about the pointed 6 and blunt 6 because they're kind of common. No matter. There's a good dime. People like a piece of silver. Nothing wrong with silver dimes. What you got here? It's a 1905 V-nickel. Problem free. Just honest wear is what you got there. You know, they take these things and they press them into those elongated coins. Like, you know, you see the elongated pennies. They put them in the machine and press them out and just roll them through. What you got here? A wooden nickel. You know, you get a dowel and you can slice it, right? If you get a bandsaw, you can slice it into pieces and polish it if you got like a belt sander. And then you get an ink stamp and just make your own damn wooden nickels. Let's see, Metropolitan Coin Club of Atlanta. And that's the Walking Liberty reverse design. What you got? First and third Saturday. Yep. Mintage, 5,000. Is it mintage or would it be like lumberage? How would you, should you measure that in board feet or mintage? We'll call it mintage. Yep. We got, looks like a proof here. It's a 64 proof. That's exactly what it is. Yaha. They didn't have their act together, so it's hard to get those cameos before 1977. They're brilliant, though. You must have a bunch of them double die 2019 nickels by now. That has been your thing. I got a few around here. I did a roll of them and pulled out. What the hell was that roll? I'd have to find it, but I pulled 14 out of a roll once. All the same. We got a 56 Roosevelt here. VF. Oh, we got all kinds of Roosevelt. 63D and XF. Got some tarnish going on or toning. Quarter. Pressed die error. Let's look at that. It's a long feeder finger scratches. The same ones? That's the same feeder finger scratches we saw in the other one. Well, good. Yeah, you're going to see this stuff on your coins and wonder, man, what the hell is that? Look at these little fine scratches over here. And I got 6 of them, and they're all the same. Well, there's usually an explanation for what the hell these are. I got some 2017 pennies. These marks are coming out of his eye. It looks like he's shooting lightning or something. Okay, 64 proof. We got a couple of these. Come back. There we go. 64 proof. Ooh, we got several 64 proofs. We'll be giving those away for weeks. We got a pretty little dime here. Very good 10, 1942D and a Merc. Ain't nothing wrong with that one. I think the Mercury dime is one of the best looking coins. See, this is the elongated coins I'm talking about, right? They took a penny. Oh my God, look, it's an Indian penny. And you drop the penny in the machine, you turn the handle, so you apply the force in effect, and it presses it. One side will be flat, and the other side will have a die, and it's a round piece. So as you turn it, the coin goes through and gets stretched right the hell out. And a lot of times they have just a little bit of a bow to them. This one looks pretty flat, but that was a 1900 Indian penny. Well, there you go. Kind of nifty. And that's from the 2020 Atlanta A&A show, the money show. He went to it, what, about 2-3 months ago now? Yeah, that's a slick one. Here's another V-nickel, 1910. Good honest wear on her. Oh, look, another one. Only look, it says wooden nickel, in case you can't tell that it's wooden and has nickel written on it. And the Rockdale Coin Club. Where's Rockdale? Oh, it's in Conyers, Georgia. That's their 10th anniversary a few years back. Okay, another 64 proof. Lots of those. Another 64 proof. Okay, Washington ATB, American Samoa, 2000D. So what's on the back of the 2020D American Samoa quarter? Nope, it's the bats. There, this is the first one of these I've seen. Oh, reconnection quarter. That's a 5-ounce silver round. Look, there's no mint mark on these. So I'm going to keep those together because I'm going to try to get that that big one in the big show. What you got here? We got an old barber dime, real pretty old thing, lots of color on there. 1900. Yeah. That's what they look like. In this shape, they're good for, you know, a couple, $3. They get 100,000 of them at a pawn shop in town. The guy wants $5 a piece. I said, man, you're stoned out of your head. And he says, yep, but I'm going to get my money. Okay, good luck. What do we got? Another one. Uh-huh. That's from the U.S. Mint change machine. Yeah, they got an arcade right there beside the mint. Oh, we got a few of them. Oh, good. Yeah. And another 64. What's this one? Finally, we have a bat. Well, that's what we got. So that's all from Jeff Stanley for the big show. And we want to thank Jeff very much for all his generosity. People are going to love those. We'll put these in over, you know, several weeks. It'll take a while, but I'm going to give these two pennies another closer look. See if I can identify anything particularly special there. Putting my 72 DDO number 2 in a U slab. Just keep bragging. Why don't you put your 84 double the ear, or one of them, into a U slab? Howdy, Mr. Mike. Good to see you. You heard me the whole time? Okay. Well, OBS has been cutting out lately. I think it's a lot of people are home watching cat videos. What's going on? You only want one bat. No, check. No, they said D on them. So I guess we're okay there. But he got those, the money show, that was a couple months ago before they released the W's. Because they didn't have the privy. That wasn't ready, so they couldn't release the W's as they intended because, you know, they got to have the privy. So they're just going to make them later. But I guess they're making them now, so we should be good. Okay, guys, that's all I got for tonight. It's time for me to take a nap and go do my thing. You stay groovy, okay? Where's that one I press?